Start simulation. Alright. Good morning, guys.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Alright. Today we're going to be talking about simple machines. Can anyone tell me what energy is?
I think I know.
Yes, sir.
Energy is, like, power?
In a sense, yes. Energy is what it takes to do work. And what is work? Anyone other than Sean want to help? Sorry, Sean.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, what was the question again?
What is work?
Like, I mean, work can be almost like anything, though. It can be like my parents when they go to work. They
not
have
a
like
job.
jobs they do.
Not a job, but when you're using energy for work.
Like when you're I don't know. Like, what do you mean?
It's just, with the question, it's just when you have to use energy to do something, that's work. So, have you guys talked about simple machines at all?
Yeah.
CJ, do you know what a simple machine is?
Yes! It's like a seesaw.
Yeah. Do you know why we use them? That is an example of one.
The seesaw's to play, yeah.
Yeah. Any other reasons you might use a seesaw? How does a seesaw work?
You have like a board and you have a board and you have two people on it, and then there's like a middle part and one person is on one end and one's on the other, and then it like moves depending on like who's pushing.
Exactly. That is what a seesaw is. It's with a lever on a fulcrum on top of a wedge. So the wedge is what we're talking about. And when you've got a wedge with it, just like other simple machines, the point is to make your work easier so you don't have to use as much energy. So like with what we have here, you can see a cart on top of a seesaw. It's not an even seesaw, but it's a seesaw. So how's something
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
How come you got the cart upside down?
To show it, that way it doesn't roll away when I lift it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what could we do to lift the cart without being over here? Like, let's say it's super heavy. Yeah, Sean?
You could lift the cart. Are you just asking for like ways to lift the cart, or like?
Well, if it's too heavy for us to lift by ourselves, what's something we can do based on what we see right here?
You can use the machine to lift it.
Yeah, we'll be using a simple machine. Do you know a way to do this one?
I can't see it. Can you push it back a little bit? Yeah. Well, if you did it like the way that you have it right now, wouldn't it be like a catapult?
Maybe, but no. The catapult will require tension to release on something. Maria,
Like if I like jumped on the other side of it, wouldn't it go like really far?
not if it's heavier than you are. Not if it's heavier
We
than
do
you
that
are.
when we go to the pool, and they've got those big inflatable things, those rafts, and someone sits on one end, and then people jump on the other end, and then they go jumping and they go flying in the air. And that's kind of like what would happen to your car.
Not quite. It'll take a lot of force dropping from above. And Maria, could you look up here for a second? And if you could tell me, what do you think would happen if I added more weight to this side? If I put one of those there, do you notice any changes? Say that again? Exactly, not very much at all. Let's say I put another one. Any change there? Yeah, because now we're not having to put much pressure on it. And that's when knowing what a wedge is can come in handy. And Kevin, do you know of any other simple machines that you can think of?
A simple machine?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Like a machine,
A simple machine. There's 6 of them.
like a screwdriver.
Yes. Why would a screwdriver do something for a simple machine? What makes it work?
Is it just me, or I got a question?
Yeah.
Like, is it a simple machine because it doesn't have the power?
No, that's not machinery. What simple machine is just something that makes us easier to perform work. Because if the weights went on there, it takes a lot more energy to lift that. But then when you add weights and you're basing it
I
on
got
the,
a question. Like let's say I got a screwdriver, so I got to use that. And sometimes people complain whenever they have, because it like hurts their forearm from
Mhm.
screwing it. Like if you get a screw, if you get like an electric drill or electric screwdriver, that's not a simple machine though, right?
no, not a simple machine. There's no electricity used in these things.
So can you say that like as long as there's no power to it, electricity is simple?
Nope,
Like can I say like a golf club or baseball bat is simple?
nope, not quite that. A simple machine doesn't use power, but just because something doesn't use power doesn't make it a simple machine. So with this, we have a wedge, and a wedge is basically formed from 2 inclined planes. Do you know what an inclined plane is?
Yeah, you asking me?
You or CJ?
No. Okay. I mean, she can take it where she wants.
Do you know CJ?
Yes, inclines would it be like go up a hill?
Exactly. And so let's say you're going up a hill in a vehicle, kind of like what we had here. What would be a good way to make sure that the vehicle doesn't roll back down the hill? What can we use? Sean?
Yeah, you can do like my dad, when he uses his truck, he sometimes puts logs behind the tires.
Exactly. And that's one use for wedge. That's the answer I was looking for. Thank you, Sean. And Maria, do you know of any other simple machines and their types? We now know an inclined plane and a wedge. Do you know any others? A little louder, please. Yes, a pulley. How does a pulley work?
It uses an axle and forward chains, and it distributes the weight where to lift it.
Yes, that is a perfect answer. It makes your life easier to lift something. Like if something's too heavy, you can use that. And Ed, do you know of any other simple machines?
Well, you said already like wedge. You said wedge.
Yep, we got a wedge.
Yeah. And then you have like said screw too.
Mm-hmm. Screw is one of them. Do you know how a screw works?
Yeah. It's like whenever you yeah, you just like you have a point and it goes into something. You like force it in by turning it and twisting it.
And what's happening when you're turning it?
You're making it like go into like a surface or something like that.
You are, because what a wedge does is, one of the main purposes is to separate objects. So as you're screwing in a screw, those threads are separating it and going further down. And Sean, can you think of any other simple machines that might use a wedge?
Yeah, let me think. If you go and you use, I don't know, we answered a lot, didn't we?
We did. But I just want to hear you tell me, based on what we now know about the wedge, one thing that might use a wedge.
You use the wedge whenever you're like splitting wood.
Exactly, an axe. That's one of the most common examples of it. Does anyone have any other questions about how a wedge works or what energy and work is?
Can you like explain to me like you say energy, but like not energy like when I plug my phone in.
Right. No, energy isn't electricity. Energy is what you use to do
Why
work.
not? I mean, when people say they want power, that's like energy, right?
No, that's electricity. It's a different thing. But We're gonna talk about it some more later, but for now, that's gonna be the end of this lesson. So I'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye, thank you. In simulation,
In class.
in class.